I was sexually abused by my father from the time I was 11 until I was 16 on nearly a daily basis. And he would receive what's called a deferred prosecution agreement, which is essentially a slap on the wrist.
If we as law enforcement could show up on a scene and make everything better and make the heinous act disappear as if it never happened, that would be ideal.
It's not an issue that people tend to think about until they've either been victimized themselves or they've had a close friend or family member that's been victimized. I would say that currently under Oklahoma law, crime victims do not have the same rights as criminal defendants. They don't have the same rights as the people that have changed their lives forever, the people that have victimized them.
I had no rights going through the justice system. Nobody ever asked me what I wanted.
I can honestly say that crime victims currently in Oklahoma do not have the same rights.
Marsy's Law is a proposed amendment to the Oklahoma Constitution that would place the rights of crime victims on an equal footing with those who are charged with crimes.
Once a person's victimized, them having the security that hopefully some of this legislation provides, the knowledge so that they can move forward and move forward confidently and not have to live in fear, those types of things come to mind.
One of the benefits of Marsy's Law is that it would balance the scales of justice so that there is an equal playing field.
Marsy's Law will ensure that victims are notified at every critical stage of the court process. Most specifically, it'll ensure that they're notified whenever the offender, in their case, the person that has victimized them, is released from custody in some way so that they can take active steps if they choose to make sure that they're safe. Marsy's Law will also ensure that when they have moments during the court process that they need to be heard and that they want to be heard, it gives them the right and the authority to hold up their hand and tell the judge and the court that there's something important you need to know. And finally, Marsy's Law will also ensure that victims receive a speedy trial.
I think Marsy's Law will be a huge step for survivors in their recovery because it empowers them. The message is that what you went through matters, and we are here to help you get through this.
I've been a career prosecutor for the last 20 years of my life. One of the things that I feel most passionately about, one of the things that I love the most about being a prosecutor is to walk into our court and be the voice for those victims.
Marsy's Law won't diminish the rights of the accused. We feel strongly that it will only elevate the rights of the victims.
Under Marsy's Law, we would now be able to walk into court on equal footing with the defendant and be able to say, Judge, while the defendant's rights are important, the victim's rights are equally important, and we want you to balance those two in a way that does justice for both.
You know, one of the iconic symbols of justice in this country is Lady Justice herself. And in one hand, she holds a scale. And right now, in Oklahoma, the scale is heavily weighted in favor of perpetrators. I urge every legislator to embrace Marsy's Law because it is the right thing to do.